Hey guys, my name's Sam and welcome to Prep Medic. In this week's video, I'm doing a full review on the SAR Exfil helmet by Team Wendy. All right, before we go any farther in this video, I need to get one thing out of the way. Yes, this helmet will make you look like Optimus Prime. And before you get a little bit of dirt on it, it does look a little bit dorky. However, this helmet is amazing. So like I said, this is the SAR Exfil helmet. And what this is a purpose-built search and rescue helmet that's made to be worn in a variety of different environments. This is not a tactical helmet. This is not meant for combat or anything like that, as you can tell by the bright reflective colors. Now this is made by Team Wendy, who makes generally tactical helmets. They make a couple bump helmets, and then they also make some ballistic protection as well. Now this is kind of a line they're branching out into. Originally Team Wendy started with ski helmets and moved to tactical, and now they're kind of moving back towards the outdoor wildland stuff. When you get this SAR Exfil in the mail, it will not look like this. I've put on a couple different add-ons to show you some of the capabilities this has. However, at its base, this is a cross between a tactical helmet and a standard rescue helmet, but it brings with it a lot of functionality that something like this doesn't have. Now you can go on their website and see all the ratings, but essentially this qualifies for a structural rescue helmet in the UK. It also works as a whitewater helmet as well as a rock climbing helmet. So it is purpose-built for search and rescue in a variety of different situations you might be in. It takes the standard concept of your rescue helmet and kind of adds a lot of features to it. So what you have is you have a tactical rail system similar to what you see in a lot of combat helmets and ballistic protection. So you have these rails on the side that can be used to mount a variety of different things. I've put a light on the side because I like that mounted there as opposed to the front, which I'll get to in a second, but you can also mount your Peltor headphones on it if you need hearing protection, and a variety of different things. So that's really nice to have. And then in the front, it has an area for night vision goggles. Now you're thinking, what search and rescue team has night vision goggles? And there are very few. I know funding's a big thing. However, this can be used to attach a bunch of different things on it. So right here, I've got the Princeton Tac headlamp, and this has a night vision goggle mount on the back. Really easy to put in. You can just basically snap it in, and that's gonna stay there. Now, I haven't done that because I've added the visor to this, but you can also use it to mount things like GoPros. I've got a special mount for night vision here, and that can be used to put on the front. So, you can use this mount for a variety of different things. I'm currently not using it for anything because I do have this visor on. And that attaches to the side mounts. This is one of the extras they sell that's purpose-built for this helmet. I like having something that doesn't have a strap coming back. It just makes it a lot simpler, and then it's easy to put down and up when I need it and don't. So on the top of the helmet, I've got these reflective strips put on there, and this is an add-on you can get from them. I think it's their Soleil's reflective kit. And it has a couple that are permanent. So the stripes on the top, the stripe on the back are like mounted directly to the helmet or stuck directly to the helmet. And it does have some loop fields you can put on. Now these do have reflective stripes you can put on here. That was a little bit much, and I want the option to put like a flag or a unit ID right on the side, so I've kept those empty. On the back, this is intentionally made for a IR strobe. If you want to put that on, I've mounted this a little bit too low. I made a mistake when I was putting it on. Generally, that would be up here a little bit more. And then you have here, you've got a lot of vents in the front and the back, but on the top vents to keep debris getting in, they provide you with some vent covers, and these can come off pretty easily. Now inside the helmet, it's got a cam fit system, and this is a chin pad. So if you are wearing something nods on the front or something that's heavy, this goes over your chin and it will hold the helmet up. It's also a little bit more secure. You can also wear this chin strap just under the neck if you don't like that right there for your daily operations. And then it's cam fit, so you've got 4 fitting points to get that just right. And on the inside, you have their BOA fit system, which makes this thing fit on your head like a glove. I have not worn a helmet more comfortable than this, and I could wear this for hours. The inside is foam, and then you have comfort pads on the inside. It will also come with a little bit bigger padding system in the package that fits this even better to your head if you're a little bit smaller. It is one size fits most, so this isn't something that you're gonna be really sizing a whole lot. You know, as far as add-ons, I've kind of talked about these a little bit, but I've got the reflective kit. I've got a Princeton Tech charge on the side, and this light is a 50 lumen light. It starts with red, it has blue, and then it also has a white light to see what you're doing. It's just a really good task light, not necessarily something I'm gonna be wanting to walk a trail with, but for little tasks in front of you, this works really, really well. This headlamp by Princeton Tech also works pretty well, except like I said before, it kind of gets in the way of the eye shield I've added on here. Now, you know, I've kind of talked about it a little bit. I am switching roles just a bit. So this is for a all hazard response team that I'm joining. It's something where it's deployable disaster response around the nation, and we're trying to get even internationally. So, you know, this is something that I intend to use for that. You know, I think this can really be used for a variety of different situations, whether you're technical rescue, USAR, or backcountry search and rescue. This is going to fit your needs quite well. It does come in a ton of different colors, so depending on what your unit needs, it does, I think it's black, blue, orange, red, yellow. So it kind of comes in the entire gamut, and you can pick this up with or without the rails. This model you see in front of you without the attachments on it is going to run you a little bit over $300. So they are a bit pricey, but I think well worth the money if this is something you do for a living. Guys, if you have any questions about this helmet or anything I talked about in this video, please leave them in the comments down below. I'll leave a link to this and all the attachments in the description if you want to check them out. You know, you can see I'm in my new house now, finally, so I'm hoping that this will become my permanent studio and the quality of these videos will be getting a little bit better from here on out. Like I said, if you have any questions, leave them down below, and I will see you next week.